Hey guys, it's the Wandering Wind, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the controversy with a famous YouTuber who recently read a book and evidently gotten a bit of trouble with a lot of the SJWs on the internet. I'm also going to be talking about an upcoming project I'm going to be undertaking, which is going to be a custom play button to celebrate my first year on YouTube. And I'm also going to be talking about the untimely and unfortunate death of a very well-known and very talented actor, the name of which I can't remember at this time. Bill Paxton, that's the guy. Okay, so first of all, Zoella, okay, so here's the story from Philip DeFranco. I watched Phil's video today. He did a very good job covering both sides of the argument. I'm going to try and reiterate that and then also give my point of view on the facts. Okay, so Zoella, a popular YouTuber, wrote a book that wrote a couple of books that are the top popular books, the top two popular books for high school age, well, middle school and high school age teens in, I guess, either America or the world at large. I don't know which. But they're okay, so primary school, grade school, top 2, 3, and 4, whatever, were the Harry Potter novels, the Harry Potter series. Wonderfully challenging set of books. I actually started reading on the Harry Potter series, book 1. That's what got me into reading as a recreational and a mind exercise kind of thing, rather than, okay, read this textbook because I have to. That's where I got my love of reading. But people are accusing Zoella, or Zoe as she's known, for writing a book that is so dumbed down that it's actually making kids less intelligent. Really? Okay, so their reasoning behind this is primary school age kids who are predominantly reading the Harry Potter series are testing higher in reading level academics than what the older kids who are reading Zoella's books and are getting lower scores. So their reasoning is that because they're reading the dumbed down books, then that's causing them to lose their intelligence and their reading level. But Philip actually brings up a good point. Have you ever thought that maybe the cause and effect are the other way around? That their reading levels are declining, so they're choosing easier materials to read. Just saying. That being said, what is happening to the literacy rate here in America? Well, for one, we're not really pushing for literacy to be a mandatorily educated and practiced thing anymore. After you get to a certain age, people are like, oh, well, you should know how to read good enough. Let's get you through school before you end up becoming a burden on me. And this is the teacher's views, because a lot of teachers have to deal with large class sizes. They don't want to deal with the same stupid kids over and over again. So whether or not they have a high reading level, they push them through. And sometimes their comprehension level is shit. Okay. For example, my literacy level is, when I graduated from high school, 12th grade, last year of schooling back in 2010, I ended up having a college level, a university level reading score. My comprehension and my processing were lower. My comprehension was about 10 points or so less, so it was about 90% of maximum, I think. And then as far as my processing speed or my math skills, they were lower, but that's because of a cognitive issue that I have that's related to my autism, or Asperger's as it's called. Asperger's is actually a higher functioning version of autism. And you have to remember, autism is a spectrum, not just everyone who's affected with autism is, that's a common misconception. But anyway, back to the story. So, I had a very sophisticated and very varied, very wide vocabulary. My comprehension of that vocabulary did dim in certain areas. I still don't know the definitions, well, the proper definitions of certain words I use, but because I've used them often enough, in the proper context, I was able to make the determinations that those words were proper in that particular kind of a sentence. So in a way, half the stuff that I say, sometimes I don't understand, but I know that the general gist of it is what I mean to say. But the way that people are teaching our kids in our schools these days is wrong. We're treating everyone as if they're all the same kind of fish in the same kind of bucket, when every single child is different. And every single child learns in a different way. And if you try and force every child to fit a mold that is the general consensus of how children should learn, you're asking them to continue to fight and fight and fight only to fail. It's not the author's fault. Although I will admit, if Zoe wanted to really write a book, if I'd have been her, I would have tried to challenge even the younger readers with some advanced vocabulary. Maybe not on the level of college, but just maybe a grade or two higher than what it was probably written as, so that way the children that were at the proper age for that particular book would be able to learn more, and the children that were of an older age would still be able to gain some knowledge and some reading skills from reading that book. Because I tell you what, reading Harry Potter forced me to learn a lot of words I didn't know half of them. And at the same time, watching a lot of the educational programs that I do here on YouTube actually helps me develop even better vocabulary as well. But I digress, and I say, you know what? At the end of the day, it's not the school's problem, it's not the author's problem, it's the parents. The parents need to take responsibility and take initiative to teach our children the proper way to read, the proper way to act, the proper way to respect your elders and authority figures, the proper way to act in public, the proper way to socialize. I mean, there are so many things wrong with the way our children are growing up that could be fixed if we had either caring or competent or even just educated parents helping our children learn. Because a lot of times, the school system is not going to raise your children properly. They're going to raise your children the way that every child is raised. And one size does not fit all when it comes to education and learning with an individual mind. My mind did not like the traditional way of learning, and my mind wouldn't be forced into that. I went to a private school for troubled and developmentally disabled kids. I learned how to focus more. I learned how to learn in the proper way that I was conditioned for, and so on and so forth. That's why I think the public school system needs to be seriously changed, so that way It's an individual, at least generally an individualized approach. You still have the classroom setting, and you're not giving every single student a tutor, but you're giving every single student a chance, because you give them the kinds of materials that they need in particular to learn what they need to learn, so that the world outside isn't so scary and complicated once they're out of school. Because that's the worst thing about all this, is if we allow our children to graduate and they've only got a fourth grade reading level, and maybe an 8th grade education and most everything else, they're not going to have a lot of success in life, because most jobs require at minimum an 8th grade level in every aspect. And if you've only got a 4th grade level in reading, good luck trying to fill out an application these days. I digress, and I've been on this subject for a while. Let's go ahead and remember Bill Paxton. Now, Bill Paxton was a superb actor, and was one of the best. I think he was the perfect man to have the lead role in the movie Twister. Extremely sad. Too many actors these days too many celebrities these days are leaving us way too soon. Last year we had God, I'm sorry, I can't remember the guy that played Snape, but we had the guy that played Severus Snape. Really? The best man for the job, and we lose him. And he's still remembered. But this man's death, Bill Paxton's death, should remind us that no man or woman, I'm not going to get caught in one of those equal rights debates, no man or woman should take for granted the days that they're given. Because every single day is a blessing in disguise. We have so much to be thankful for, so much to live for every day. And no man is granted tomorrow. No woman is granted tomorrow. Every day is precious. Every moment is sacred. Every memory a treasure to hold in your heart forever. I have some days where I struggle to remember things that I treasure. Those are the days where I suffer most, because I remember the people that were influential in my life. I remember the moments that made me who I am. And to be honest, I am who I am because of those moments. I am who I am because of the people I've met. The hearts of others that we meet impart something of themselves to us. We take our friends and family with us wherever we go. We learn from them, and we become so much more than the sum of the parts of the people we know, the experiences we've had. Scientists have theorized that the sum of a man's personality can be created through his memories. That's not the case. You have to have a personality before you can create memories. Just saying. Otherwise, why aren't our computers talking to us? They create enough memories, don't you think? But I digress. Again, when it comes to the way that we focus on life, too many of us worry about when it all ends. Too many of us worry about why it all ends. And too many people try to grasp onto something that eventually we can't keep a hold of. Trying to grasp life by the fist and just hold on to it forever is not a good way to live. Don't live in fear of losing that which is already gone. The days that you've already had are gone. And the days that are coming are going to be a blink of an eye when you look back on them. Don't lose yourself in the worry of what comes tomorrow. Don't lose yourself in the worry of what comes next. Live in joy and happiness now. Live in the presence of those that you love, in the presence of whatever figure you worship, whether it be God, Jesus, Muhammad, whoever. I don't judge anyone based on their religion. I hope you don't either. I hope you hold the same viewpoint I do, that every man is entitled to their own beliefs and their own perception. But that those of us that choose certain perceptions find themselves gathering around people with like ideals. That's all I'm going to say about religion. But at the same time, if you have ever considered what the afterlife is like, or what it'll be like after you're gone, don't worry. If you want to know my take on everything, while we're gone, while we are asleep in the grave, we will remember nothing. We will retain no memory of that weight. But instead, it will be as if only an instant had passed. We will fall asleep one moment, and then the next moment we will be risen, and we will be waiting on the Lord to come and to take us back home. Take us home where we belong, to the place where we've always belonged. I thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys learned something from this, and I hope you guys really value this message. Not only the message about our schools, not only the message about life, but just the message that I present with every single day. That I love you so very much, and I cherish each and every one of you. You are precious to me. You are my family. I have the biggest family I have ever known, because I know every one of you. I know you either by a screen name, or by a picture, or by a view count on a video, but I love you all equally. And I hope that there will be a day where I will be able to meet you in person, and I will be able to thank you for everything you've done for me, even if it's only watching one video and liking my channel and continuing to watch me. This is my dream job, and you guys are helping me live it. If you guys loved the video, I thank you guys for watching, and if you guys want to, please hit that like button down below. As always, it works, and it's there so that I can see who liked it and who didn't like it. As always, if you can't find yourself hitting the like button, the dislike button works just as well. And as always, if you're a newcomer here and you've never seen any one of my videos, go ahead and click that subscribe button if you like my video, and you can find new updates and new videos coming every day. I thank you for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome night. I love you guys very much, and I will see you guys in the morning. You have a wonderful day, and I love you so very much.